Ayo, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, B'Shem Rakakadosh. Now, dumb on to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, man, who rule well. And Shalom to all the brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Just got a vid, just gonna be going into what's going on with like the UK and Russia, and basically with this, you know, they've had this what's meant to be an ex-spy taken out, like he got poisoned by what's likely, you know, ex-KGB. Putin probably ordered that shit, but it's like you know, this is becoming like a bit of a big tiff, like with, you know, the UK basically sending shots at Russia sending shots back. So, you know, this is just hey man, it's an interesting little thing that's building up, man. And, you know, Lord will, it just builds up to towards what we look towards, man. A World War III kicking off. I read this. It's on RT. It says a highly likely motto: West goes on offensive against Russia for Skripal poisoning. It says, while the probe into the poisoning of ex-spy Sergei Skripal is still ongoing and no tangible results have been presented, the West seems desperate to put all the blame on Russia, and the arguments have become increasingly notable. It's funny because they've been sending for Russia from the jump, and it's like, even though the thing is chances are Russia probably did fucking do that shit, man. They probably had that guy whacked. Just like that, what's his name, that geezer got given nuclear material. So it must have been way back, like 2008, 2007. That guy got nuked and he fucking, like, he lost all his hair. He dropped dead in like 5 days. Like, these Russians are some ruthless fucks. So that's like, they'll take care of loose ends. And it's like Putin as well. Like, how doubly so. See, it says it all it says it's all started when the British Prime Minister Theresa May said it was highly likely that Russia was responsible for the poisoning of Skripal and his daughter Yulia. Her statement, which presented an assumption of some sort of proof of Moscow alleged culpability in the high-profile case, seemed to open a Pandora's box of increasing bizarre arguments that the British officials, as well as London allies in the West, came up with in an attempt to convince the world of Russia's guilt. And it says, almost immediately, Washington decided to endorse its special partners in London by parroting their dubious argument and said that Moscow is likely responsible. U.S. President Donald Trump then apparently decided to throw his weight behind these accusations, also saying that it looks like no one other than Russian President Vladimir Putin could have been behind the attack. And that's pretty much what it is. They're just kind of like sending that, you know, shots at Russia, trying to stir up. And it's basically just reinforcing in the minds of the public, hey, Russia's the enemy. Russia is the enemy. Because that's pretty much what this is all about. Hey, that World War III, the main opponent is going to be Russia, man. So they're going to get the hooks in the jaw and turn back to that raw mindset. And the thing is these guys having to wipe out their spies, that is some Cold War shit, man. You know, that's some shit that would be going on in the 60s, man, when these men were getting it in. So, you know. That's why the thing is there is actually no evidence. Like they're saying, yeah, they're highly likely. There is no evidence, but it's just a matter of interest-wise. Like, hey man, Russian interests. The thing is they've been amping up their basically Putin's been amping up his rhetoric against the West for a good little while, and so has the West, man. So this is just, you know, this is something. The thing is it's likely it was Russia that did it, but it could have been set up by someone else, just taking them out so they can be like, okay, now this is how we're gonna get everyone set against Russia, man. Which, you know, it's all in the Lord's plan. But yeah, it says German Chancellor Angela Merkel also joined the chorus of Western officials who assured that Russia was culpable in the Skripal case. She apparently found the likelihood that Russia was involved in the incident quite convincing. The German Chancellor went to extraordinary lengths and said that the traces will lead to Russia is highly likely, twice in one day, during her press conferences with the Swedish Prime Minister and French President on Friday. However, the West apparently grew wary of such flawless reading and decided to come up with some more far-fetched arguments to blame Moscow. Macron, for example, said Russia must be responsible for the poison in the form of double agent because there is no other plausible explanation. So that's basically, you know, that's. I don't really need to read the whole thing because it's just like a lot of it is just repeating the same old shit as well. Anyway, but what it is like with Russia, they're just turning up the heat on Russia, man. That's what this thing's all about. So let me read this, man. Matthew 24:6, and it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So you hear wars and rumors of wars, and the thing is, you know, the average peon on the street is gonna be reading that just and go, oh, you know, blah, yeah, it's told, you know, ain't gonna go. But that's actually like the rumblings of World War III, because the thing is this is talk on this side, but in Syria, there's you know, America's doing airstrikes on areas where America and their allies are doing airstrikes on the areas where basically where where Russian troops are stationed, man, like so-called assisting the Assad regime. So that means that basically that like their conflict's already there, and that's not a rumor, that's an actual war. It says wars and rumors of wars. So the rumors of the wars is like what's going on now with, you know, the European leaders and Trump saying, okay, Russia, you can't be assassinating mans in our land, attack on sovereignty, this, that. That's just getting the rhetoric, because when they start amping up the war, they want to be justified, man. We have the people behind them, and then when they need to do a draft to get them bodies in, then they want to have man ready, man. It says, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. So that means these different nations is going to lead to war, and it will lead to basically guys coming against each other, man. Because all these different nations, and the thing is these are all Edomites, man. These are all Edomites. Then they're meant to these men meant to they got the rule. And man's like basically his plan for eternal dominance is for him to war against himself. That's how fucking retarded Esau is. This is why this guy needs to get taken out, man. All kinds of madness going down. But yeah, that's that war, that rumors of wars. You know, you can see that's happening. And with this, it's like the investigation ain't even started. If they do find like some concrete proof but then the thing is they can say whatever they want, man. Really, they can link evidence however they want. Because the thing is there is no evidence, and now they're just saying, "Oh, Russia did it," so they can just do whatever they want, just to get, you know, the minds of the people thinking, "Okay, yeah, these guys done it." But you know, that shows, hey, this you know, this could turn up, man. This could develop into something. It's developing so far. Hey, it could go somewhere good. Hopefully it does, man. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I say, you know, all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahshai. That one's the apostles and all this is a great millstone, man. Shalom. Shalom.